Welcome to Secret Dealers, the show where we value everything in your home and you decide what to keep and what to sell. I've invited 3 wily antique dealers into 2 houses they've never seen before.
Well, that looks rather nicely painted.
Well, Their years of accumulated knowledge will be put to the test as they compete against each other to hunt out and place secret bids on the objects they most desire.
Another little box. Oh, yes.
In today's show, there are dirty tricks.
Untied.
Shock revelations.
But we paid so much more for them, nearly £8,000.
And big surprises.
That is amazing.
First, we're off to a large 18th century farmhouse in Northamptonshire. Inside the elegantly laid out rooms are some equally elegant collectibles and antiques. These prized possessions have been inherited or picked up in auctions over the years by Gillian and George, who are now keen to downsize. But some items are more treasured than others, such as these pictures by the artist Ellis Lowry, known for his scenes of industrial life in the north. George worked in the print industry, and through this he met Lowry. He signed a number of copies for George, including a print of one of his last paintings.
On the day that he signed the very last print for me, 100 of 100, a month later he died, sadly. And because of that, obviously there's a lot of sentiment for me. However, I guess I could be tempted if your dealers made a really sproncy offer.
Other items have been handed down in the family.
It's called a loving cup, and George and I have been married almost 44 years, and we had it on our wedding cake.
I believe it was on my mother and father's cake too. It would be nice, I think, to perhaps pass it on to our grandchildren and perhaps see it on their wedding cake.
An heirloom George is more pragmatic about is this gold pocket watch from his grandfather.
You can't divide a watch up between 3 children, so maybe it's an appropriate time to dispose of it.
So why do you want to get rid of some now? It looks so lovely in here.
Well, we have to size down. We're sort of beyond retirement age. We've got 3 children, and the question is, you can't always, with nice things, break them up between the kids. So we thought perhaps it might be better to maybe get rid of them and give some of that perhaps to our grandchildren.
I think those dealers are going to have a field day in your house.
Well, let's hope so.
It'd be interesting to see.
Well, they're going to be here any minute,
Right.
so it's time to go, please.
Oh, OK, we'll
All
go
right,
and...
well, we'll leave you to it
yep,
and
go and have some coffee or
come
something.
back with interest.
So with Gillian and George gone, all we need now are our secret dealers. David Ford, Alison Chapman and Paul Hetchin. Welcome, you 3. Well, you have a fantastic stone farmhouse this morning, and there's something for all of you inside. Furniture, pictures, jewellery, silver. Have a very careful look at the pictures in particular, because this homeowner has a particular association with a particular artist.
Mm.
I think you're going to have fun.
Let's go for it,
Right,
chaps.
go. Oh.
I'll go upstairs.
You'll let me know if there's any jewellery, won't you?
Of course.
You won't, I know you won't.
Yes, I will. Quick look in there.
While the boys explore, Alison immediately discovers some of George's paperwork on Lowry.
Oh, letters.
Alison loves beautiful, decorative collectibles, specialising in antique jewellery, and early 20th century art is out of her comfort zone. So what will she make of it?
But I cannot sign the prints this year. Who's that? Oh, the Lowry prints.
There, behind you. Only one of the 20th century's most popular painters, keenly followed in collecting circles, and whose originals can fetch millions.
I don't like them. I don't care if they're by Lowry. Just because he's famous doesn't mean to say I have to like them.
That's the art world told then. Well, they're not for everybody. It's Paul's first time on Secret Dealers. He's a bit of an all-rounder, but he loves dealing in silver. So it's no surprise he finds that precious loving cup.
I like this. It's a silver novelty. I like novelty silver very much. Probably late 19th century. If this is English, it probably would carry much more weight than if it's, as I think, Dutch, because Generally speaking, English silver does command higher prices. They tend to be referred to as loving cups or sometimes wager cups. Either way, it's very pretty.
Well then, you better put down a good bid. And with that, Paul's bidding starts in earnest. Look what I have just spotted. This has to be the teeniest object in the house, and it's sitting on top of this clock on the mantelpiece. Now, little creatures like this are known as cold-painted bronzes. They date from the late 19th century, and most of them are Austrian. Very sweet, but very commercial. Some of the large objects can be thousands of pounds, but the smaller creatures like this one can range from 50 to a few £100s. But will the dealers spot it? Something Alison has spotted is all that silver, especially this tankard from 1776.
Got a little christening mug here. Nice and early. Look at that, it's nice quality.
That's bid number 1 for Alison. Now, David's a general dealer, but he has special interests in silver and jewellery, so he might be about to catch up with the other two.
Oh, yes. Let's do some sums.
This is where George keeps his grandfather's pocket watch, and David spots it straight away.
Gold watch. It's 375 standard, so it's a little 9-carat gold pocket watch. But the chain on it is just base metal. The swivel isn't, that's gold.
David gets straight down to business, and out come the bid cards. He might be here some time. In the dining room, 3 Lowry prints are tempting Paul, who can see their potential.
There's a perception that a print of a famous picture, or not so famous picture, is generally not of much value, but that simply isn't the case. I mean, there are a huge number of people who collect Lowry, and of course the absolute minority of them could actually afford to buy a Lowry painting. So limited edition print is kind of the next best thing.
And he's attracted to one print in particular, entitled The Cripple, which Lowry signed just before he died.
The edition's 100, it's a very low edition. And as a result of that, I think this could definitely be worth a punt.
So ignoring the paperwork, Paul focuses his efforts, bidding just for the one print. Meanwhile...
Oh, why does it always happen to me?
In the dining room, David's feverishly trying to outbid Alison on all the silver, including that christening mug she liked.
Nicely marked on the bottom. Good Georgian marks. Quite like that.
Furniture isn't Alison's area of expertise, but she thinks she's found a Victorian chamber pot cupboard.
I mean, I like it, but I don't know what it's worth. But I can see that's going anywhere. Miss Bliss, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to pick your brains about this little cupboard. Because as you know, I like furniture, but I'm not a great expert on it. Is it a pot cupboard, do you think?
Oh, what?
A pot, you know, a pot cupboard.
Yes, I
little
think
pot
certainly. That is... Now, you set a trap for me, Alison.
I just wanted to... I'm not alone. It's nice not being...
It's a lovely little turned handle, actually, isn't
It is. It does work, though, if you put it back in.
Okay. I think it's quite sweet. It's a lovely size, and you've got the added benefit of those little flaps that come up.
If I sort of pitched it around the 200 mark, do you think I could go home with it?
It depends what the other two think, doesn't it? I think they'll be up shortly.
But not before David has a good look at those pictures.
It's nice, actually, signed on the mount, so it's probably a proof and another.
David also specialises in works of art, so it's no surprise he's drawn to the Lowry prints, and he's noting the numbers closely. David knows what he's looking at with the prints, but what will he make of the paperwork?
Oh, it's signed by Lowry. Thank you for your letter of the 15th. I'm afraid I cannot sign prints this year, but I should be pleased to do so as soon as you like in 1975. Nice. Oh, there's a cheque, which he never paid in, for £25 from Lowry. I'm going to have a go.
And David bids for the 3 prints and the paperwork, which the other 2 overlooked. The sheer weight of bids on the silver is a daunting sight for Paul.
Well, I see that there's an absolute plethora of bids over here, so it's going to be hard work, I think, to acquire them. But I'm not prepared to go into this battle without fighting.
And he enters the fray with gusto, including leaving a bid on that christening cup. That makes it a hat-trick of bids. Upstairs, Alison spots George's grandfather's pocket watch and a bonus on the chain.
That's a sovereign case. And then in there, you put your sovereigns.
I hope your bid's strong, Alison, because you seem to like everything. Downstairs, David's found a rosewood table and 7 chairs. The market for these has seen a real downturn in recent years.
They won't sell it.
And he spies the tiny bronze mouse.
Oh, isn't that sweet? It's a little rat. I wonder if it's a Vienna cold cast bronze.
A rat? How could you?
There's one thing that's just occurred to me. I may not like the Lowrys, but on the table there was correspondence from Lowry. No, I'd like that.
You haven't got long, Alison.
We need to go back there.
But that does mean now, in the last couple of minutes, Paul can get into the bedroom.
Someone's got very deep pockets and has been very busy.
One of the first things that catches his eye is that pocket watch and sovereign holder, but he's not so impressed with the condition.
Gold watch, lovely chain, dial's not in great condition, but I've got to leave a bid.
Make it quick, Paul, and make it good. And the same can be said for you, Miss Chapman.
No idea what it's worth, but my nose is twitching.
OK, time's up.
A massive 51 items have been bid on in Gillian and George's home. But what would the dealers really love to go home with?
The rosewood table and the William IV set of 8 chairs. I think that's a nice suite. I'd love to buy that.
A lot of the silver took my eye. I really like the wager cup. I'd love to get it. I don't know if the bid's high enough. In fact, I liked all the silver.
I kept thinking about the letter from Lowry, and then I quite liked that. I'd like to go home with Lowry's letter.
Well, our dealers have earmarked their favourites, but Gillian and George have no idea what's been bid on or for how much. Time to let them back in.
Well, in this envelope is an amount which is on the table today.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's good. £10,649.
That will certainly be very helpful. Maybe we're going to have nothing to sit on by the time you've gone.
I would say over £10,000 is rather a large sum of money.
Yes,
Yeah.
it certainly is, yes. Very much
Fantastic.
so. Yeah.
Well, now it's time to go and have a look and decide what you want to keep, but what you want to sell.
OK.
Gillian and George could be walking away with a lot of money today, and you could too in our competition. However much cash they accept from our dealers' offers will also be today's total cash prize. So keep your eyes peeled, and let's hope they decide to accept as many of the secret dealers' offers as possible. Now all the dealers want to take home our first item, the English silver tankard.
Where did this come from?
Well, it was my father's. I believe my mother bought it for him at some point, maybe some anniversary, possibly, I don't actually know.
Well, it is quite interesting, actually, because it's Georgian in date. The hallmark is for 1776.
Right.
And when it was first made, it would have been completely plain. And it's the Victorians who have embossed this and embellished it. So it's had a bit of a hard life, in a way.
Let's see what it's worth.
Well, we have 3 bids here. Paul has bid you 135.
Not bad. not overly excited with that.
David says 215.
Gosh,
Very interesting.
That's better. Yes, definitely.
Is that a sale? You're both
Excite me with the last bit.
Alison had a good look at this. Alison does like her silver. And she has bid you 240.
Wow, okay, very good. What did your independent value, I think it was worth?
180 to 220.
Right.
In that sort of ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you think.
Well, it's your decision.
I think it's a
your
sale.
family.
I think
yes.
you've got a sale.
Yeah.
Sale.
I will be able to find a very good home, some wonderful child, and that will make a great christening present from the grandma and granddad. Good one, Alison.
Now, can David and Paul do any better on our next item? Because they've both bid for Gillian and George's silver loving cup, the one that is tied up with so many happy memories.
I love the fact that it was passed down. It's been on wedding cakes in the family.
Yes.
What a lovely idea.
It is.
Because traditionally, this little cup would be used by a bride and groom, so the story goes.
Right.
Because the groom would drink from the larger cup, and then he would pass it to his bride, and his bride would drink from the smaller cup without spilling the liquid. And it sounds like it's brought you pretty good luck, because you've had a very long and...
That's a very nice way to think about it, yes.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
So I think it's quite fun that you want to pass it on to your children, possibly.
Possibly, yes.
So, Paul says for the Dutch silver cup, because it is Dutch, £90.
Okay.
Definitely, I wouldn't sell for that. I don't think you would you?
No,
Definitely not.
don't think so.
Okay,
No.
so Paul's out of the picture. David says 165.
Well, it's a nice price, and I'm sure it's probably a very good valuation, but I can't say that I'm encouraged to sell it. I don't know. I mean, if we can think about it, perhaps. And you especially have made it extra difficult by saying it's been lucky for us. And
Yes, that's true.
I like things like that, you know, and I would like to continue luck for other people, especially, you know, within our own family.
Well, the independent valuation
Yes.
is between 100 and 150 pounds.
Right, so that was a good offer.
Yes.
It is a good offer. It's a
Yes.
good bid. But where are you going to see another one of these?
Well, exactly.
And you're certainly not going to find another one that's been on your grandmother's wedding cake,
No.
been on your mother's
Yeah.
and on yours.
Yes.
No, you're quite right.
Yeah, so
So, sorry, that's a no, I
it's a
think.
very generous offer, but I think it's a no, I'm sorry.
Well, may it continue to bring you good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, it's the Lowry prints and paperwork. Will any of our dealers' bids be that sprawcy offer George said would tempt him?
How do you feel about actually selling these now, George?
Well, you know, the real thing for me is that it's a good story. It'll always be in my memory. But maybe because we do have to get rid of some pieces.
Well, firstly, I want to look at the bids from Paul and David, and they've left them here. Now, Paul has bid you just for this print.
Right.
And of course, there's something quite special about this one because it is signed, but it's also the 100th print of the 100 editions, isn't it?
Correct.
Paul has bid you just for this print, and he says £400.
Okay. Well, it's a good price, but I would, if I'm going to sell it, I would like to sell the history with it. In other words, as a package.
Alison didn't want the prints,
Okay.
but she does want
The cheque.
the cheque and the correspondence.
That's interesting.
And Alison has bid you £300.
Right.
So you've got a funny thing here. You've got an offer of selling just that print, or you've got an offer of selling just the correspondence.
Sure. Which is, to me, rather a pity because I feel that anyone who's buying the print really should have the history to go with it. It seems inappropriate to separate them, divorce them from each other because they go together. I think you call it the provenance, the history.
Absolutely, and I totally agree with you, George.
Oh, that's good.
Because one solution to your conundrum might be to look at David's bid. Because David has bid you for all 3 prints and the correspondence and the cheque.
That's interesting.
From Larry. David says £1,600.
I think that's a reasonable price. It's quite a nice sum of money.
Definitely.
What do you think?
Well, you had the friendship with Larry. It's surely your core really again.
Thanks.
No problem.
No pressure, George.
What does the independent valuer say?
To value the cheque that Larry has given you and that letter, it's very difficult to put a monetary amount on that. Because who knows, if you have 2 collectors in the room who really want it, it could fly. So he says roughly it could be anything from £1,500 to £3,000. But I'm saying 3,000, but there's no guarantee that it wouldn't make more than that. You've got an unknown quantity here, and you've got a very special thing in that you had that special relationship with the artist himself. And that's something that you can't replace with money, perhaps.
No, you're right. It's a tough call, and actually, I have to say, regrettably, I think it's going to have to be a no.
So no sale.
No sale, sorry.
But the right decision, I think. Thank
Okay.
you.
I thought I'd made a fairly brave and bold bid, so I thought I would have got them. Disappointed with not getting theirs.
The Larry items just held too many memories for George to say goodbye to. Also staying is the Victorian pot cupboard Alison fancied. And what about that much bigger piece of furniture, the Regency Rosewood breakfast table and chairs that David bid on?
£1,600.
We paid so much more for them, nearly £8,000. But you know, I know what's happened in the market.
Yeah.
Our decision is no.
David will be very disappointed.
Yeah.
We're going to ask him to reach into his pocket a bit more.
And from the large to the very small, they also decided to keep the 19th century coal-painted bronze mouse. So far, Gillian and George have turned down some rather substantial offers, but with all 3 dealers after the next item, the gold pocket watch that belonged to George's grandfather, will the bids be too good to refuse?
It's come down from your grandfather down to you. How do you feel about getting rid of it?
Well, you know, it's really difficult. I've got 3 sons. What would you do in this situation? How do you carve up a watch?
And perhaps this is the solution for you.
Absolutely.
We have 3 bids. David has bid you £220.
Okay.
I don't know whether that's good or bad.
Well, neither do I. But let's see what the next bid is.
Well, let me tell you, just to give you a rough idea, that our independent valuer has valued the pocket watch with the plated watch chain and sovereign case that it's attached to at between £200 and £300. That gives you some idea, and that's an auction estimate.
Okay.
Alison says 165.
Quite a difference.
I'd have to be persuaded by a bit more money, I think.
Paul says 300.
Well, that's much more interesting. Definitely.
£300. So has that got you out of trouble with your boys?
It's a good step towards it,
Good
isn't
start.
it? Yeah.
It's a good start.
So we have a sale?
We have a sale.
I do well with silver watches, and I've no reason at all why I shouldn't do well with this one.
And that timely sale led to Gillian and George selling a raft of others, including a 3-piece cruet set and 3 gold sovereigns to Alison, a 19th century marquetry box to Paul, as well as a print by popular maritime artist David Brackman, and a 9-carat gold charm bracelet to David. And don't forget, all those sales go towards today's competition prize fund. Let's find out just how much money that is.
So how much money have you made?
Well, that's...
Don't know. Tell us, please.
You have made today £2,640.
Wow, that's nice.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Actually, it's a bit more lovely too because you've got another £1,000 on top of that.
Oh my God.
£3,640.
That's absolutely
Very nice.
brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. We thought we got 2,600.
Yeah.
So we'll give that to the grandchildren, and why don't we keep the other 1,000?
Definitely. Put it towards our holiday. Thank you.
Staying in Northamptonshire, our next property is a Victorian home with a wealth of antiques. A variety of collectibles can be found in each room, including furniture and decorative objects, and all the walls are hung with watercolours, portraits or prints. This house belongs to Philippa, who is at a turning point in her life. Having lost her husband suddenly 2 years ago, she is looking to start a new chapter. The incentive to sell is strong, but there are some things which could be a wrench to give up.
This particular painting, I just loved it the first time I saw it. I was with my husband in Marlborough in the antique centre, and I said, oh, I love that, I love that. And lo and behold, I got it on Christmas Day, and I'm very fond of it. And it's been in my bedroom for many, many years.
What makes you want to have 3 dealers in your house and to try and get rid of some items, to try and sell some pieces?
I'm finding it very cathartic, having a big change in my life and moving stuff around and getting rid of a lot of dross.
Well, our 3 dealers are going to be here any minute, so it's time to lend your house to us for an hour.
Good. I'm very excited about it. So.
Fantastic, so am I.
With the house ready and waiting, it's time to get those secret dealers in.
Can we have more than an hour?
No.
You're such a hard woman to do business with.
No, you've got an hour. Go and have a look.
Go.
Thanks, Kate.
Right. Oh, very nice. Taste and style.
You said it, Alison.
Interesting. Lots of little doggies. I do like little doggy pictures.
If you like dogs and you like pictures, David, you've got your work cut out. This house is festooned.
I mean, it is
Moving to the dining room, Paul's found a Japanese parquetry cabinet.
certainly got some age to it. Maybe early 20th century. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to leave a bid.
And they're off. In the hall, David's been studying the artwork very closely. Now he's ready to bid. Extensively. Meanwhile, Alison's found a picture of her own.
I think that's Balmoral, don't you? Don't tell the others. Promise you won't tell.
What have you seen,
Look,
Alison?
who's that lady all dressed in black? RSA artist, 1867.
You think it's Queen Victoria in her
No,
robes?
I think it's no one at all. A very insignificant. Well, I don't know. I'm going to give that a little go.
But as soon as my back is turned, Alison is up to mischief.
I want to hide it. I'm quite proud of that.
Naughty, Alison. Paul's realising you can't come to this house and not bid on paintings. Now in the dining room there's a fine example of a plate from a part of Japan called Imari.
That's a nice Imari dish. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous one? I love the shape. Japanese, late 19th century. Oh, I like that. It seems to be in good order. There's a good bid.
And he's not stopping there.
Portrait of a lady, oil on canvas. Quite an attractive lady, isn't she? I love her bonnet. Instant ancestors. There's going to be an American who would love that, should they sell it to me.
Don't count your chickens yet, David. The other two might spot it. And right under her nose, David also spots that parquetry box.
I see Paul's had a go at it too. Still.
Good work, David. Nothing like a bit of healthy competition.
We're knocking out these offers.
Now, Alison's also found that inlaid cabinet that the boys have already bid on.
It's oriental to me, and yet it's inlaid. They both like it as well.
Alison knows if she's going to bid, it's got to be good. Bingo! It's a full house. Aha! David's getting very close to Alison's hidden painting. Warmer. Warmer. Oh no, you're getting colder, David. Come back. In the kitchen...
nectar tea. Problem is I've never heard of nectar tea. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because rarity doesn't always equate to value. So I'm going to leave a bid on it, though. I like it.
Lurking in the back bedroom is that oil on panel picture which Philippa's late husband bought for her.
Quite nice, isn't it? Not signed. Ah, but it's signed verso here.
That means signed on the back to you and me by Arthur Bradbury.
I like that. I'll make an offer.
But will David's bid be enough to part Philippa from her picture? There's only a few minutes left to place your bids. And hot on the heels of David, Alison has also found Philippa's cherished picture.
I really like that one. Looks like it's Cornwall, doesn't it? It's like Newlyn School.
Maybe David should have hidden it.
Time's up. Was my secret safe with you, Kate? That's what I want to know.
As ever, the dealers have had a field day, placing bids on 29 items. But what are they really hoping to walk away with?
The enamel sign, to be honest, I didn't think I'd get any opposition for the enamel sign, but I think somebody was bidding against me, so I'd quite like to get that. It was a nice thing.
Now, paintings is not my thing, but the painting in the bedroom, I was completely captured by it, and I'd like it.
There was a picture, sort of Newlyn School-ish, I think, of a girl looking out over a lake. It was lovely. I really want to buy it.
But neither of them knows how much this means to Philippa. Let's get her back.
Well, I think you could be quite interested to know how these dealers have got on.
I do too. I can't wait.
In this envelope is what's on offer today. This is what's on the table.
Okay. Wow. It's £3,908. That is amazing. I'll be interested to see what they had their eyes on, though.
Should we go and find out?
Let's.
The competition is stiff for this Japanese parquetry box. Can they tempt Philippa?
Tell me where it came from, Philippa.
Well, it belonged to my parents. It was always in the house. It was just there. I remember as a child I used to spend hours fiddling with the drawers, and my mother kept some jewellery in it and sort of knickknacks.
It dates from about 1900, and there's a lot of work that's gone into this, isn't there? It's Japanese, and you can see the motifs on the top here are very oriental in design, very geometric. So how do you feel about selling it?
It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility.
Well, we've got 3 bids. Okay. Paul has bid you £45.
Yes.
Would you sell it for that, Philippa?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
OK. Let's try David. 82.
OK. I'm dying to know about the third one.
So you're going to hold off your decision?
I'm not going to make a decision just this minute.
Alison says £180.
Yes, that's more like it. That's much more like it.
Have we got a sale?
I think we have, yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think we have.
I suffered from liking it, and that isn't a healthy thing for my wallet.
Philippa's off to a flying start. She sells a 19th century miniature on ivory to Alison for £148. A map of 18th century Scotland also to Alison for £80. And a 19th century oil painting of a terrier to David for £70. Next, it's that splendid Imari dish. Has David offered enough to take it home?
This is a really decorative piece to me. Is this an example of your style?
No, not really. It belonged to my parents. My father would put his keys and coins and dog lead or whatever in it, and it was just part of the family for a long time. And it's not really something I really covet, I must say.
It's called emari from this type of decoration, really, the palette, the enamels that are used here, and because the type of design originated in emari in Japan. What is really characteristic about it is the iron red, the blue and the gilt.
I like the colours, I just, it's not really my sort of thing now.
Well, David took quite a fancy to it. He's left you a bid of £110.
Very good. Is that a fair price?
Well, the independent valuer has said between £100 and £120 for this.
So, yes, it is.
It is?
It's bang in the middle, isn't it? Yes. So I think that's a fair price and I'd be happy to sell it.
That's a sale.
That's a sale.
Goodbye, I think. I'm very pleased with that. It's a lovely shape. Well done, David.
So that's another sale. It's all going well, but then Philippa hits a hurdle when it comes to the 19th century portrait.
David says 325.
Yeah. I'm fond of her. I've got used to her. She's somebody I can enjoy looking at on a daily basis. I think she looks good in this room. So yes, I think I'd like to hang on to her.
So that's her first no sale. And there were more treasures Philippa just couldn't part with. She goes on to turn down an offer of £400 for a Regency mahogany barometer. Both David and Paul offered £65 for this racing print, but Philippa said no to both. David outbid Paul for the tin plate sign, but £72 was still not enough. And finally, it's the hardest item of all, the one that two of our dealers really want.
I was captured by it, and I'd like it.
It was lovely. I really want to buy it.
But will she sell? It was a gift from her late husband.
I loved it the first time I saw it. I was with my husband in Marlborough, and I said, oh, I love that, I love that. And lo and behold, I got it on Christmas Day. And I'm very fond of it. And it's been in my bedroom for many, many years.
Why did you pick out this one? Why did you point out to him, oh, I really love this one?
It was just everything. I liked the frame, I loved the sea, I loved what she was wearing, I loved the fact that she was painting. It just spoke to me and said, take me home. You know, I really loved it. And most of the paintings I've bought have been that sort of reaction.
Well, this has some provenance on the back, so we know the artist. It's by Arthur Royce Bradbury, and he was working at the end of the 19th century, right through, really, to the 1970s.
Yes.
Two dealers want to take it home. Alison has bid you £300.
No sale. No.
Why no sale?
It's on my wall and I look at it all the time, so no.
Our independent valuer says this ought to fetch at auction between £300 and £500.
Yes. Right.
David says 350.
Yes. Well, you know how much I love it, so I don't think I want to sell it, I'm afraid.
Something you'd rescue in a fire?
Oh, gosh, yes. Definitely.
Well, it's staying right here.
Yes, it is. I hope.
She's decided to keep it. Well, fair enough.
She made a wise decision there. It's the best thing in this house.
I don't think Philippa would have given this up for any price. So how much money is Philippa finally going to pocket? Let's give her the news.
So how do you think it's gone?
Very well. It's been absolutely fascinating, and what it has done is stir up some new emotions in me about, do I really want to part with something, or just for the money, or do I love it more than that? And I'm afraid some of the things have had to stay.
Well, £4,000 almost was on the table.
Yes.
You have made today £1,569.
That is absolutely terrific. Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to bits with this. This is absolutely great.
And I wish you all the very best with your new chapter.
Thank you very much, Kate.
So between them, Gillian and George and Philippa have made over £5,000 from selling their belongings today.
That is wonderful.
But how have our dealers got on with what they bought? Paul made a good bid for Gillian and George's pocket watch despite its condition, and perhaps he should have been a bit more frugal as he sold it for a slight loss. David still has the Amari dish, but has a potential buyer coming to look at it. Alison did a bit better with her silver tankard, selling it for £320. And what about our homeowners? Believe it or not, Philippa is hoping to use her money to buy another painting for her hall. And George and Gillian decided to distribute all their money between their grandchildren.
Join me next time on Secret Dealers.